Someday, in the not-so-distant future, it happens. The moment you realize you're ready for anything. Get a degree in emergency management from Jacksonville State University and be ready for where you're going.
This is your Weather Extreme video for Sunday, May 4th. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters. Thanks for tuning into the Weather Extreme video. And I'm a sucker for this shot at Decatur as the sun is rising over the Tennessee River with just a few streaks of high cirrus clouds. And another beautiful shot as we look down at the sky cam at Fultondale with the sun rising on a clear sky at Fultondale. Clear skies thanks to a surface high pressure that is over the northern Gulf of Mexico that is helping to keep the moisture down across the area. So we should have plenty of sunshine today. In the upper atmosphere, the trough that brought us the severe weather earlier this past week has finally moved off the east coast, and we're coming under the effects of a large, broad ridge now over the eastern slopes of the Rockies that will be expanding and building eastward. Temperatures across the area this morning just a tad warmer than we saw yesterday. Most spots dipping down into the lower 50s and a few spots still getting into the upper 40s for the most part. QPF-wise, no precipitation expected for much of the week ahead. It looks like the next chance of rain is likely to come probably late Friday and into Saturday, perhaps ending by Sunday. All right, here's the 06Z GFS model run, and we're looking at the surface high forecast by Monday to continue along the Gulf Coast. So that will certainly keep us in good weather as we head back to work. In the upper atmosphere, this broad, large ridge that's building across the central U.S. will continue to do just that on Monday. We see that ridge building up and enhancing itself across the Mississippi River Valley on Tuesday, and once again on Wednesday. It's very much pumped up across the Tennessee River Valley, the Ohio River Valley, and up across the Great Lakes. In the meantime, though, we're watching that trough to the west, that trough trying to move its way into the Central Plains, but having a little trouble because of the effects of that ridge. The ridge moves ever so slightly further east on Thursday, but the trough that's over the eastern slopes of the Rockies begins to come out, and it looks like the bulk of that energy will move up into the Central Plains states, and that is on day 5, SPC indicating the possibility of some severe weather on day 5 across the Central Plains as we see a surface low that is fairly strong over in the vicinity of Nebraska with a cold front trailing down into Texas. That weather system moves up into the western Great Lakes, so the ridge holds pretty tight for us. So that means I think even on Friday, much of the weather is still going to be well to our west. But that ridge does the trough beats down the ridge on Saturday, allowing for the trough to move into the Ohio and Tennessee River Valley. And with that, it brings a cold front. And it doesn't look like this is going to be a spectacular rain event. This does look like this is going to be more of a shower situation, but we could have some fairly widespread showers across much of the southeastern U.S. on Saturday, May the 10th. Looking out into Sunday, we see that the ridge is still actually trying to hold tight, and we go into more of a zonal flow. So the front doesn't make much progress into the area, but it does manage to make its way down into the southeast coast of the U.S. and down into the northern Gulf. So it looks like Sunday we should maybe see once again maybe the possibility of some scattered showers in the area. Looking out into Voodoo Country, we see a major change in the pattern. There is the look at the pattern for Wednesday, May the 14th, as we head into the Ides of May. And certainly a major change with the major ridge over the Rockies and a major trough over the eastern third of the country. And the GFS is keeping that trough pattern over the eastern third of the country all the way out to May 19th. If this does indeed verify, then that means that we would see a shift from being above our seasonal values, as we expect for much of this week ahead, to values that would be below our seasonal values as we head into the middle of May. But as you know, it's voodoo country, so we'll wait and see what pans out. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters. Thanks for tuning in to the Weather Extreme video. James will be back with the next edition first thing on Monday morning, bright and early and looking tanned from lots of baseball this weekend, I'm sure. You have a great Sunday, and Godspeed.
Thank you for trusting us to be your #1 source for news
in all of Central Alabama.
in back-to-back ratings periods.
More people watched ABC 3340
than any other station in Birmingham.